Hey everybody, this is Alzorath and welcome to another build video for Diablo 2. Today we're taking a look at a Hammerdin. This is kind of a standardized build. This is what I use for some of my magic find stuff. We're showing it off on Arthas here. This is a pretty good magic find. You can go almost anywhere. I don't like doing Bail on it, and I don't like doing parts of Act 2 on it because we have magic immunes there. But most places in the game don't have magic immunes, which makes it really easy to go through with this character because he does a ton of damage very effectively, and he's extremely powerful. And that's one reason why a lot of people use this build. It's almost cookie cutter. Some of the gear variances might be there, but we have pretty close to optimal gear for it. So, yay. Now, this is actually my full disclosure third take on this because I've screwed up recording twice. So keep going on, and we should actually be done with Diablo now. He went down relatively quick. He's in the background, so that's going to be fun for that. But anyway, now we're sitting here in Harrogath enjoying our nice day. I would like to remind you, if you'd like to see a specific build, theme of build, or anything like that, you have to comment down below, and I do read comments. I would welcome some ideas for kind of like weird niche builds you'd like to see, but I do have a list of about 30 different builds that I can pull from in desperate times. If you'd like to see an item being built around, that is welcome as well. But anyway, on to this build. We have stats. We've got Hammerdin, very cliche. We've got enough strength for our equipment. You may notice, hey, your strength is really high there. That's because I have the base of it at enough for equipment. You can bug your armor, and you probably wouldn't even actually have to put hardly anything, if anything, into strength for this build if you bugged your gear. That just has a weird kind of risk with, you know, popping. So yeah, it's there. But strength, you can actually bug by having stuff that lets you equip the stuff, like your Enigma, and that will give you enough strength for the rest of your stuff. I don't like doing that, but to each their own. So you can consider that an option for you if you need more stats for, you know, more life or more block, like if you're doing this for PvP, which honestly, Fist of the Heavens is more PvP oriented. This is better magic find. But dexterity, we have enough for maximum block because we're going to be teleporting on to enemies and into groups. This build generally only walks in town unless I'm being lazy. So he'll teleport pretty much anywhere he wants to be, and since he's not running or walking, he's going to have his max block and defense working for him. So those all of a sudden actually become useful. So yeah, teleport. I hold shift down on this character almost constantly. So that's what you want to be looking at there. Vitality, we have everything else dumped into that. We have nothing in energy. Vitality just gives a bunch of life. So I completely welcome that. Inventory-wise, we actually have fairly standard things here. We have a bunch of combat skill charms, faster hit recovery ones as well to help us recover. If you have those, awesome. If not, they're not entirely necessary. You'd just be doing a bit less damage. So, yay. But we've got about 12k damage with the Blessed Hammer right now. I say right now because we actually have other things to improve it. But we have Chance Guards and the War Travelers for Magic Find. You can swap these out for other pieces of equipment for stats or for the faster cast rate in case you don't have an amulet like this or you don't have Arachnid's Mesh. You can actually get 20% faster cast on your gloves through Mage Fist or Train Ghouls, and they provide other benefits as well. As far as rings, obviously Stone of Jordan. I recommend these. I don't recommend going for the life option, which works pretty good usually, but this sets you right at just the amount of mana that you need for just stabilizing. So this is a very welcome item in this build. You don't need more life, you just need the mana. Generally speaking, I can go through and do as much of the game as I want until I hit a mana burn and not ever see the mana bubble go down. Now, if you do get to the life one, you're going to see your mana bubble go down, but it's going to be slow enough that you could probably complete Chaos Sanctuary with maybe a mana potion, if that. So it's kind of your own decision. I like not having to worry about it, so that's why we have these. As far as belt, Arachnid Mesh, like I already said, 20% faster cast rate and all skills makes this very, very nice. And you may notice I am leaning onto faster cast rate with a lot of these particular kind of comments and items. That is because we are actually using Enigma on this build. And in case you were wondering why my resists were not completely maxed out, this is not a Chains of Honor build. This is one of those situations where the teleport is actually essential. Well, not necessarily essential. It greatly increases the efficiency of the build. So teleport does become exceptionally useful there. It's kind of like teleporting with a summoner necromancer to gank things. You want to be summoning on top, you want to be teleporting on top of an enemy to guarantee a hit with your blessed hammer, like if there's a particular enemy you need to take down. So that is what that is for. It gets you right on top of them and rips them to pieces. So, and we're doing faster cast, so we can do that at 10 frames per cast. We could get it down to, I think, 9 with a little bit more faster cast rate. We'd need 45% more. So that would be swapping out some equipment. Now, as far as amulet, this is not super common. This is a 220 amulet, which is one of the caster amulets that you can craft just with enough effort. This is exceptionally high level one, level 89 rec, but it's going to be extremely useful. It's got +2 paladin skills, 20% faster cast rate, and 19% all resists, which makes it one of my best crafted items ever, and one of my best rares ever. So I don't expect you to get this. Generally speaking, you can get 2 and 10 on a magic or rare amulet, but you need to use caster amulets to get to that 20 point, which we are actually using here. If you can't get this, definitely switch out the gloves for Mage Fist or Trangules. So Trangules if you need cold resist, Mage Fist if you need mana recovery. The Harlequin Crest is kind of a given on this, +2 all skills, 75% magic find. We do have over 250% magic find on this build. It's got life, it's got mana, it's got damage reduction, it's got attributes, it's got all the good things. Only thing it doesn't have is faster cast. So yeah, it's good. Shield-wise, Herald of Zakarum, I'm going with the basic variant of it. That is the best variant of the Herald of Zakarum for this particular build. You can put other things in Herald of Zakarums and have them be useful, like a Zealot could do a 40-15 Jewel, a Fist of the Heavens Paladin could do a Lightning Facet and completely waste both. You could do a lot of stuff like that. This one is just, it's generally a good idea. Herald of Zakarum, your first one, stick an in it, and you're good to go. So as far as weapons go, Heart of the Oak, this is your go-to caster weapon for just general use. If you are confused about what caster weapon to get a Heart of the Oak. Use it. Once you get a Vex, make one, so you can actually do casters relatively easy. Heart of the Oak is one of the best rune words to have just in general. While there are better specialist items for things like necromancers and stuff like that, for Warcry Barbs, there's some specialists, but this is still an amazing thing for all of those. So yeah, it's just an amazing weapon, and you can't go wrong with it. You can just sometimes focus down to slightly better. I can't think of any weapon that would be better for the Hammer Paladin in this case. Even a +5er probably wouldn't match with this because the faster cast rate, and the resistances, and the replenished life, and the increased maximum mana, and well, it has dexterity too. Yay. So, and as far as on the Switch, we've got Call to Arms and Spirit. Spirit is very easy to make for the Paladin. So if you need an alternate to the Herald of Zakarum, this is actually a good choice. It gives you faster casts as well. Although this is just better for resists, but it's still a decent shield. And we have Call to Arms for battle orders and battle command. So those work out pretty good. And I need to remember, is it group photo first? Yeah, it's group photo first. So we're going to come out here to... Oh, I almost forgot the most important part again. That's why I had to do a retake last time. Well, let's go ahead and go to the skill tree. This is a Blessed Hammer Paladin. I can't expect everyone to know exactly what skills you have in this. First of all, we got Blessed Hammer. That should be a given considering the name of the build. It's Blessed Hammer maxed out. You can see that it's decent damage. We got to switch over to our actual plus skills. Level 42 with plus skills makes this do decent damage. I think it's possible to get it up to like close to 4,000 damage if you have enough other things, but this is like in the range of optimal, because this is actually going to be doing decent damage even if you haven't transferred over to concentration. So let's go ahead and do tree. Second skill that you probably want to be leveling up. Well, you have a choice. You can go concentration and boost that up, or you can go into the synergies and boost those up. Generally speaking, I forget which one's like best while leveling up, but you want to keep them all going up in general. You'll end up using 80 points on all of these things just to get them up there. Blessed Aim and Vigor each give an extra 14% boost per level, and then Concentration gives a reduced boost to the Blessed Hammer while it's up. So And this display is completely jacked up, by the way, in case you're wondering. But yeah, we are doing about that much damage, so it's close enough. Now, as far as combat skills, after you've invested in all those things, I'm going for Holy Shield in this one, mainly because I plan to be teleporting into the middle of the groups. I don't run around, I don't walk, I have max block all the time, I have max defense all the time, so this is what works for me. And so that's going to be what I'm going to be focusing on. You could, if you don't go for block, go for the resist element things to boost your maximum resistances. As you put points into these, it increases your max res. You may have, like with the Holy Shield, once you get up to, if you get to 99, you'll have points left over. Redemption's a good 1 point wonder, and Meditation is a good 1 point wonder. You can do these before or after a Holy Shield. You'll have enough stat points to kind of mess around with it. Either way, the Meditation allows you to have Meditation in case your mercenary dies, which is good for if you're needing to panic, teleport out. The Redemption can act as a full rejuve potion in the middle of a bunch of enemies, which is also good, like if you're doing cows. It works out great. But that's pretty much what you want to invest in as far as skills go. I think that's everything that I need to cover with these. I'm pretty sure it is. I've covered all the items. Alternate boots should be like Sandstorm Trek. We actually have some in here. Stats and stuff like that. Griffin's Eye was for the Fist of the Heavens, but you can also use it on this because it does have +1 all skills and 25% faster cast rate, which is a method of actually getting to that 45% faster cast rate. So you could do Trang and Griffins to get up to 125%, which would let you do the fastest teleport possible for the Paladin. So that's good. So let's go ahead and go to Frigid Highlands and show this off. You guys already saw it against Diablo, where I would have shown off River of Flame, Chaos Sanctuary, which is kind of a basic thing you can see with teleport on. It takes about 3 hits to kill those guys. Without that on, let's go ahead and see if our mercenary is actually just doing all the work for us. But yeah, we can run around and be lazy, which is concentration up, and just rip the crap out of these. You can see boom, boom, boom. Everything just dies. It's lovely. And I do need to cast boop and boop. You do group photo first. And you can see that goes up to 13,000. Yay! It's very consistent damage, by the way. So you don't have to worry about a whole bunch of stuff going on there. But this I need to actually probably demonstrate the teleport trick. So what you're doing with the teleport, if I can actually find an enemy, where is one? I need probably you land on top of them, and whenever you're on them, you actually guarantee a hit. So yeah, let's go ahead and we will teleport onto you and cast this out, and you can see each time we cast, we are inside of him casting these out. So it just rips things to pieces. So yay. That's pretty much what you want to do there. It's pretty aggressive. You will survive most things. You have plenty of life and resistances to handle it. So it's not really that big of a deal. Mercenaries just using an Insight, Fortitude, and Endarials, which is kind of my standard. For mercenaries, I might do a special video on this where I just talk about why I use a standardized Act 2 mercenary. I should note you should be using Holy Freeze for this build. I have Might because I sometimes kit this guy out for melee, and it's more important that be able to survive than this one. So yes, I do have plenty of tokens to keep switching back and forth. But yeah, as far as mercenary, Holy Freeze is going to serve you better because it's going to slow everything down. Insight for casters that don't need elemental reduction, like the Blessed Hammer Paladin, the Poison Necromancer can benefit from it, although the Poison Necromancer, I don't really even need that with him. So Meditation is not useful for him pretty much at all because he's got plenty of mana. But you've got the Thresher, I think it's called this, Reaper's something or other, Reaper's Toll. Will let you actually cast Decrepify on things. That's more for your physical damage characters like Barbarians, Zealots, and stuff like that. So you can break through enemies' physical immunities. And then the Infinity one, which is the one that you've probably seen me use most on these builds, is mostly for things doing fire, ice, or lightning damage, because those are what resistances it breaks. Sometimes I will use a Conviction Mercenary Conviction from an Infinity, just so I have a better chance to hit. That's for low attack rating characters, but that's kind of a specialized niche that's usually elemental damage regardless. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and comment down below if you'd like to see a special build, or even a cookie cutter build, or a themed build. I do have a list of ones that I can go through, but I would like to actually possibly do some viewer builds as well, and I will give you kind of credit if I actually cover it. So yeah, you can look forward to that. So keep gaming, have fun, peace out. This has been Alzorath, and I will see you guys next time on Diablo 2. And I much prefer the Holy Shield look. Bye.